Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Pat, back at it again with another video, and today I'm just gonna be doing a trade recap. I know I haven't done a trade recap in a while, but honestly, bro, I just been going through like the biggest losing streak ever, and the most frustrating part about it is it's not even a strategy issue or not even a psychology issue. Well, I mean it is, but it's like I'm not disciplined enough to take my own strategy. So at this point, bruh, I'm literally taking losses that's not part of my system. And it's losses that I'm taking where it's like it's like little things, like mechanical things. And sometimes I'm just trading Asia, London. It's just having no discipline inside the markets. And you know what? My trading has been showing it. And I've been getting humbled in these past 2, 3 weeks has been the roughest for me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying my best not to lose confidence as a trader, but at a certain point, when you're just making stupid mistakes over and over again, like I'm just frustrated with myself. But I know that I'm a good trader when I'm in the right headspace. But that's besides the point. But yeah, going into the market open, I really didn't know. I had no clear bias just because on a 4 hour time frame we had we were pretty bearish in a 4 hour time frame. But coming into market open, we had this, yeah, so we had this bullish SMT, and we were clearly respecting this fair value gap. So I could see why we were bullish, but on the daily, we closed below this, but we didn't close below this volume imbalance. But I was still pretty bearish overall, but I see no bearish setups until Um, I waited patiently. ES was the leading index in between these two pairs. So what I was waiting for is for ES to just pump and take this high out inside of this 30-minute fair value gap. Yeah, this 30-minute fair value gap. And then, as you can see here, NQ didn't sweep this high out, so we created an external SMT. Mind you, we were also delivering from this 4 hour fair value gap right here. We still haven't inversed it. So what I was looking for now was, since we did have that external SMT in this 4 hour, we had this 30-second SMT, and I entered off the inverse right here. With my stops, this is what I mean, but my stops were at this high. At my fill was about right here. Yeah, exactly like this. My stops were at this high right here, but my stop should have been at this external SMT, which would have been what, 26 point stop. Oh well, who cares? That's the protected high right here. And my trade idea and my whole target was this low inside this fair value gap, but it would have been a good 2R. And as you can see, I would have went break even out of 101, which would have hit break even as long as I had my stops at this protected high. And like, I deserve to get stopped out right here just because I failed to realize that this 1 minute candle had no top wick, so we had to rebalance to this right here, and this was the protected stop. But it's just frustrating because I know it's mine, it's my problem. um, it's something that I do need to fix moving forward, but I just can't let it get to me. I understand that every trader goes through this, and to be honest, I prayed for this week for patience from God, and God has been delivering so many opportunities for patience, and I'm just constantly failing, and I'm just frustrated with myself. As an example, like on Monday, there was the Amazon services thing where I kid you not, literally at 6:20, I did all my journaling, my meditation. I felt good. I pray to God for patience, and literally 5 minutes into market open, I I prayed for patience. I ended up trying to log on Top Step, and it wouldn't let me. And I started getting like furious because I was like, bro, yo, there's no way. I literally just prayed for patience, and this is an opportunity for me to demonstrate and work on my patience. And I failed. I literally prayed for it 30 seconds ago, and my prayers got answered. And you know what I did? I literally kept trying to refresh it. I was a fucking refresh demon, and I was feeding a trade. I'm gonna be honest. I was feeding a trade, and I got off, woke up at lunch hour, and then I ended up trading lunch and taking a small L. But that's besides the point. I broke my rules on a Monday. Um, didn't take a good trade, over traded. I didn't over leverage, over traded, but it's like that. I had bad habits, right? Bad habits. They did void that L just because of the Amazon services, but it just reinforced bad habits coming into the week. And on literally 5 hours later, whatever the fuck, bro. At 3, I started trading Tuesday Asia Open. Like, bro, Pat, you're unprofitable. Like, I'm just documenting this for yourself, but you're unprofitable because you're doing dumb ass shit. This is not part of your system. And you know what happened? I took a $500 unnecessary L. And now this is like making me tweak going into this week just because I have such like bad momentum. Something I have a hard time doing is if I start bad off in the week, I let it carry on. I let it carry it on to the other days. And as you can see, what I'm talking about is um, Monday I took like a $100 L. Look, Tuesday I took a $500 L off Asia, not part of my plan. This was yesterday. I took two two trades. My first one was a break even, and the second one was a trade that actually my mentor took. But in my rules, I should have been over for the day just because I was going against my. This just wasn't a good trade in general. And let's see if I can. Did I even journal it, bro? Yeah, I did. So it was this. So my first one was this. I got stopped at a break even. It was a 15-second inverse. Where is it? Oops. I'll show you. Yeah, it was this 15-second. We got an SMT delivering from this 1 minute, 15-second inverse. Ran to a 101. It stopped me at a break even and went straight to my TP. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was tilted, so I wanted to get into another trade. Hence why I took the second trade, which my mentor took. But honestly, in hindsight, this was not a good trade just because we're not delivering from a higher time frame gap, and we were longing into a fucking bearish SMT. So this is probably a protected high. But it's stupid trades like this just because we're not even delivering from like a 5 minute or anything like that. And my drawn liquidity has been hit already. Besides the point, I took two L's. So this was unnecessary. This one wasn't as bad. And today was just a mechanical error where I could have been stopped at a break even. One thing that I'm glad I didn't do today is revenge trade just because I set my lockout limits today. And as you can see, this is not the first time this has happened where I'm up on the account and then just the next week my psychological just falls and I just go on a fat losing streak. But I understand that I have about I basically risking one account left. So I'm gonna be risking a mini tomorrow on a good setup. Win or lose, I don't care. But um, in this season of my trading right now, I'm definitely learning to just trust the process. At least today, I was in a mindset of just taking a good trade, and I did make a silly mistake. But it's mistakes like this where you can learn from. At least I'm taking a trade part of my model. It's just a slow execution, a very slow execution. I should have not taken this L, but it's all good. You learn from it, you move on to the next day. But being in a year for my trading, I understand that I am literally just making my road to profitability so much longer than it needs to take. At this point, I should not even be making any like strategy errors, and I should be able to focus on my psychology. But I'm still trading Asia, I'm still trading London, and I'm over trading, over leveraging, and that needs to stop because if nothing changes, nothing changes. I know how to get a payout. I've gotten 9 total payouts since August. They're not the biggest, but it shows I have consistency. Like literally my first or my second account, I was one day away from getting to a live account on Top Step, and I ended up just full porting the next day just to try to get a 10K bounce. So I know I could do it, but Pat, you just gotta lock in, bro. That's pretty much where I'm at. Just speaking my mind. I know what I need to do. All I can do is trust God, and I need to do my part. I need to pray, but also realize that He's not gonna do the work for me. And yeah, just frustrated with myself, but I know I'll bounce back because I always do. But best thing I can do right now is just keep my mind straight. Um, keep going forward, be positive, learn from your mistakes, and you know what? I'm not even attaching myself to this funded account. Every trader blows funded accounts, but I will be content if I blow this account with. No, I'm not even gonna say a date. If I blow this account, following my rules, taking a good setup, I'm okay with that. And that's the only thing I can control. Taking a good setup and being patient for what I'm looking for. And just for tomorrow for myself, everything has to align. My bias, the drawn liquidity literally has to be so fucking clear, like a fucking 6-year-old with fucking Down syndrome could see where price is going. And there needs to be clear external SMT, clear internal SMT with good displacement. Simple as that. I don't need to look for no small 15-second fair value gap. I know what a winning trade looks like. So just take it when it presents itself. Fuck the P&L. Fuck whatever you're doing. Just take it, no hesitation, because there's no point in trading in fear. But I know I'll get through this. I documented this journey, this specific day, because nothing changes if nothing changes. But yeah, that's about it. I literally just yapped for like damn near 15 minutes, but whoever's watching, if anyone even is watching, God is good. Be grateful for whatever you have because it could always be worse. Just think about where you were from a year ago and look how far you've grown and how far you came. You know, um, get better today. If you lost or won the charts, um, kill it outside, be productive, spend time with family, friends, and just be a fucking dog and get at it. But yeah, that's pretty much my trade recap for today. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.